Hi everyone, welcome back to Biz 237. Today I'm going to go over how you're going to sign up for MyMISLab if you haven't done so already. So I'm going to start straight from scratch as if I were a new student, in which case I'm not. But anyways, we're going to go to mymislab.com. Right away, it'll bring you to Pearson Mastering, but that's a shortcut. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to register now. You're going to click under Student. Here, it's going to ask you for three things: your email address, your instructor's course ID, and an access code, credit card, or PayPal if you haven't purchased it already. But today, for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to use a temporary access. So we're going to click OK, register now. In here, for Professor Bichet's class, you're going to find that his code is Bichet25026. So just put that in there. Click continue. And here it's going to ask you to create a Pearson account if you haven't done so already. So I'm going to go ahead and create one. Mine is r237.com. It's going to probably automate the process and give you a username that's equivalent to your email. My password, okay, I'm going to share this obviously, but I didn't use some password. My name there, put that in there. Security question, not to make this one up, what time was I born? And I'll say Winnipeg. I wasn't born in Winnipeg, by the way. Anyways, I accept the license agreement and just go ahead and create your account. Once you've done that, it's going to ask you for an access code, or $75 or $55. Or for now, for the purpose of this video, we're just going to get temporary access without payment for 14 days. Please note that you must purchase the access code in order to fully utilize the MyMISLab content. So it says, so once I click that, it says, "Are you sure you want temporary access?" Click yes. Then it'll process your order. We'll let it load. In the meantime, you'll have noticed I'm using Google Chrome. It's highly suggested that you either use Google Chrome or Firefox. So in some odd cases, you might want to use Microsoft Edge if the question doesn't seem to be working, but personally, I prefer to use Google Chrome. So we're just going to let it wait and load. In the meantime, hopefully you guys are enjoying Biz 237. Okay, so your registration being processed. You'll be notified by email when your registration is complete. Check the status at any time. So I'm going to check my email right here. I'm going to refresh it. It's not ready yet, but we're going to see if we can log in. Here. This is my other account, but we're going to use my see if we can log in. You should be able to. And there we are. I'm going to save this on Google Chrome my password because it's most convenient for me. Anyways, it's going to ask you for a privacy policy to read and accept the agreements. Make sure you actually read this. Your country is going to be Canada. And then it's going to make sure you read this, okay? And then I'm going to click agree to the terms of use and acknowledge the privacy policy. Click continue. Now you have access to the class. But notice that it says temporary access expires in 14 days. So make sure you upgrade your access before the 14-day expiry. We're going to go inside the course, and I'm going to show you how to do the MyMISLab Word assignment. So on the left-hand side, before we begin, make sure you click Set Time Zone. And this will automatically pop up. If it doesn't pop up, that means you have pop-up blocker enabled. Make sure you disable your pop-up blocker. My student ID, it's going to be your SFU ID. I'm going to make one up right now. Let's go, but it should be something like, it should start with this, for instance, 3012, and then I'm just going to go 0000. It should be 9 digits long. Your time zone, make sure you set that to Pacific time, US and Canada. Time is placed as is 4:08. It's currently 4:08 on January 22nd. Everything looks good. Click save. Save again, should be good. So if we exit out, click set time zone once more just to verify that we have our updated information and it's correct. My name's there, my student ID is there, it's all good. So now we go to assignment calendar and we're gonna let the assignment calendar load, let it just do its thing. And you'll find that you have an assignment due on the 25th. Don't worry though, it's only gonna take you about 2 or 3 hours of time. So going into here, it's gonna say not started. It's perfectly fine. It should say due at 11 o'clock p.m. We'll get that modified. And now we're going to go and click open. Go ahead and click start. You can now ignore this prompt here since I created a new video. Go ahead and click start. And the MyMISLab simulation starts to populate and it'll check that your Wi-Fi is good. So let it, wait and do its thing. So it'll see My IT Lab, MyMISLab. They're pretty much the same thing for the purpose of this course. And now this is where you're going to do your assignment. So it says start Microsoft Word 2016 and begin a blank document. So I'll walk you through one question. Go to all apps, Word 2016, begin a blank document. And then it says to click the insert tab, insert. And then you're going to want to insert text from this document called W01H1 camps. You're going to click this button right over here, text from file. And there it is. There's a document for it. Now you're going to want to save the document and the documents for using the file name W01H1 capital R refuge. Close the document after. So we're going to go file, save as, into the documents folder. It's not what.docx, okay? It's going to be W01H1 refuge.docx. Click save. And then we're going to press the X of the actual browser, but press the X of the Word document. And that is one question complete. Now let's move on to a question where, say you got stuck and it says there's 8 attempts remaining per question. That's it's just a user interface thing. Don't worry about the 8 attempts remaining. You can, for instance, if I were to exhaust all 8 attempts, I could just randomly click something. And it'll say all allowed attempts have been exhausted. Click OK to launch the practice learning aid. That's perfectly fine. You haven't lost any marks. Click OK. And then it'll walk you through how to complete the step. So say click the File tab, click New. And then there's a variety of different steps that it wants you to do. And there will be someone that will read it out to you. I'm going to pause at this point and show you that if you don't want to go over the practice, the automated practice thing that comes up, you can always close it by pressing close practice. Now at this point, I'm going to show you some other learning aids. You can also watch the video on how to do this particular question. And the video should come up. There it is. So it takes 29 seconds to do this question. Close. You can also automatically put the practice up, or we can read instructions. Don't worry about this. And there's instructions. And that's it. And before you exit any of your assignments, always ensure that you click save for later if you haven't completed all 48 questions. Never click submit unless you're 5 minutes before the deadline and you're pressed for time. But once you've completed all 48 questions, it should automatically submit it for you. And so you should get 100% afterwards. But for now, I've done one question for you guys. I'm going to leave the rest to you. Good luck. So it says save for later, click save. And yeah, that's it.